Kick into the air here. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Mitchell now in motion left. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. He's got it in the red zone. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
Solid opening drive so far, Brock. Few chances to cap it here. This is 1st and goal.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Fine quarterback run here. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal.
Dragon 60. 18 Cardinals, go.
And he has the New York touchdown. The Jets finish up an excellent opening series. It's an Adnan Mitchell touchdown. York tacks on that extra point. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
York to kick off.
On now is York to kick this one away. Laviska Chenault to return it. He's going well so far. And that'll put him up across the 35-yard line as they begin the series. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Play action here with Rodgers. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
I'll give this quarterback credit. He bought as much time as he could, but eventually the only option left was to throw it away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36.
Go to 50. Hey, you block 58.
From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. It's a big strike to Hill. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Let's go. Let's go.
Throwing on 1st down, Willis. That's caught, Devon Achane. And this one does not go far.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Ready, set.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
Let's go now. Nice.
Shotgun snap now to Willis. Finds him over the middle. It's inside the 10. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins finish off their opening drive. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on an opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Trying for the deep ball. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it's 2nd down coming up.
The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
19, 18, Pioneer. 69, Mustang 19.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Offense up to the line fast.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
They'll throw 3rd and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Okay, that was his quarterback's first interception, and you know what? I don't remember my first, or maybe I do. Every last detail of Chad Cota picking off a little corner route as I was trying to sprint out, and instead of throwing it away, I forced it in. Yeah, this guy's going to remember this one as well.
Ready?
So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Here's Achane from the pistol. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
39-yard line.
Okay,
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Get up. Panther 60, Panther 60. Let's go.
Here's Willis to the air. Flushed out of the pocket. He just throws this one away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
70 Lions.
A little touch pass here, trying to move the chain. It's a race down the right side. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that is the Dolphins' 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 70, Timberwolves.
It's a designed run for Willis. He cuts it to the right sideline. And he's going to have him a 1st and goal from the 4 as he goes out.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did, tote the ball himself for a big run.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go. Set.
Working from the gun. It's Willis. On the left side. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins parlay the interception into points. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
One right down the middle. And the Dolphins take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. It's a 14-7 game. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up to the 35 to begin this drive. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They'll take over here, 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they face 2nd down. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is a DB's best phrase, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They've got a man in motion. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. They get 23 on that one. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st down from the 42. Still sticking with the passing game. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, they'll throw. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays and discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. It's caught by Wilson. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
All set now. 1st and 10. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Connects with his back. Hall. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
19, Tiger, 19, 69, Mustang, 18, Pioneer.
Now they're going to throw out of the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards of it into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
From the gun on 3rd down. And he will take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Jets can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. York now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jets tie things up at 14. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Chenault on the return. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Rodgers. Completed to his running back. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Put the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
58!
A pistol snap. Rogers. Fits it through the middle. And they're on him right near the catch point as he gets this to the 24-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it's going to be first down Miami.
First and 10.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10.
Come on. Let's go.
Willis in the pistol. Hits him on the out route. It's inside the 10. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. First and goal, now 5 yards tougher after that penalty. They'll throw again. Rogers. Now, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. So the incompletion on first. Here's second and goal. Again, Rogers. That is rejected at the line, as we say in hoops. Got a hand in the passing lane up front. That's going to bring up third down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last two passes haven't worked out. Another one likely coming. It's third and goal.
58.
Third and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Jets take their first time out as they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. So the Dolphins bringing out the field goal unit for a try here. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And they've taken back the lead.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Here's Thomas on the return. Good work so far. He's got room. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
19 Lions, 60 each.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Has him running the comeback. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. That play good for 17 on a 1st down.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Look to throw. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Near the goal line. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4. From the red zone on 1st. Intercepted in the end zone. Phins get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
You know exactly what I don't like there, Kate. It's only 1st and goal. You got a couple more plays. Your pocket to get in the end zone. Instead, you put the ball in harm's way on your very 1st crack, and now, well, that defense has an opportunity to bail themselves out exactly what they just did.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Gun snap now to Willis. Finds him over the middle. He's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They've got 1st down here from the 36.
58.
Now Rodgers. And he'll get it up to the 44.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Here he is on 3rd and short. That heater is going to fall to the turf. not on the same page with his tight end. And now they're left with 4th and short.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
From their own side, they're going to go for this. They need about 2. Trying for it, it's A-10. And he stops. The call to go for it from their own side backfires on him with a turnover on downs. And that's some great field position.
These 4th down runs, it's all about want to and will. Want to keep it conservative offensively, try to move it across, but that defense was having none of it. And now they get themselves off the field.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Not deterred by that pick. He's thrown again. That's incomplete left side. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver, and it sets up 2nd down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Now, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there can be more interceptions.
They'll throw on 2nd and 10. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
10 yards to go.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll air it out on 3rd. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. Trying to find his tight end. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Three straight passes have hit the ground, but here we go. They're going for it on 4th. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Everyone was set, and at the line, the quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Now on 4th down, here's Austin McNamara out to punt for the Jets. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And this was pylon hunting for a moment, but it's over the goal line and out the side of the end zone for a touchback. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Back to throw it. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Throwing here just before halftime. Is complete to Colt. And And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
York to kick off.
Now is York to kick this one away. McCole Hardman now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Hardman on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready?
All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10.
Go! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Throwing is Willis. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. First down, here's Rodgers. Defense is too much here. The Jets drag him down. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Following the sack needs some positive yards here. It is 2nd down and 18.
58.
Now here's Rodgers. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And these guys need to find a way to hold up better for their QB. This offense now facing 3rd down.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
Jets into the nickel, 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So here's Jack Brownie to punt this one away. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And he made sure to angle that one toward the sideline. He bounces inside the 20 and jumps out at the 13. New York to the line. 1st and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Motioning the tight end now. Now looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And 4th and 4 coming up.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4. The Jets take their first time out, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. That's fielded at the 46. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. A-Chan, a first down carry. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
At the 44-yard line.
Now nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Rodgers from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Looking for his back, Devon A-Chan there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Rodgers going to throw here. 3rd down. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They get 19 on that pickup. And that is the Dolphins' first down. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. Almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
On the set.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
70 Timberwolves. 70 Timberwolves. Let go.
And the shotgun, they'll give it to A-Chan. He'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
To
throw is Rodgers. Cope with the catch. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Now a timeout called just as the play clock was down to 2. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Offense is set. 1st and 10.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Down. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Here's Willis to the air. Escapes the hook. He loses the football. And Miami returns this to the end zone. Touchdown. The Dolphins picked up the fumble and ran it home. Setting up to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins make it a 10-point ball game.
Dolphins 24, Jets 14.
The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Here's Thomas on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Hey, we go. Hey, go flip her up, flip her up. I like Tuesday.
Here's the backup. First throw. Has him on a quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain. Working quickly here.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
No ball.
At the 26-yard line.
13 next.
From the gun, Smith. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Third and 4 coming up now.
Here we go. Here's it. Hut. Alert. Hey, alert. Lion. Check 59. Cobra.
Shotgun snap to Smith. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with a first down yardage. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. The Jets have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. So first down from the 41.
Here we go.
Smith yet again. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he takes it down to the 33. A gain of 26 yards there. And that's good for a Jets first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down now, ball at the 33.
Ready. Check 50. Middle. Hey, go flip her up.
Smith's going to throw again. Completed to his running back. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Okay, running backs might not be the most accomplished route runners, certainly compared to the receivers. But when it comes to body control, strength, making a catch through contact, this guy just showed out.
Coming to the line, this is first and 10.
Hey, it's a clip. 390%. 13 next.
And again, it's Smith. And the defender comes away with it. Rasul Douglas picks it off. And the interception of the season.
Intercepted. The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Dolphins just about set up here. First and 10.
Let's go. 60 Eagles. 60.
Play fake. Now Willis to throw. He's going deep this time. That's complete inside the 35. He will take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins take a 3-possession lead.
Jets 14.
The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up first and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. A gain of 30 yards on that play. And it's good for a New York first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Smith on first down. Here's a deep shot towards the end zone. Forces one through double coverage. Oh, it's intercepted. And Fatu Melifonwu with the INT. And the Dolphins get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line.
Cougar 19.
Willis in the pistol. Taken in by Hill, right side. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Give him 24 on that play. And it's going to be first down Miami.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play.
Ready? 70-18, hide in.
Throwing on first down, Willis. Hits him on the out route. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Second and 3 now.
Ready?
Throwing is Willis. Here's a screen for Achane. Works his way to the 35. And he is finally sent out of bounds, but not until he gets it all the way down to the red zone. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at it, selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Got it. Ready?
Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now, in goal to go.
Come on. Hit.
Trying to run it in, H.A. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
Gun snap now to Willis. Has it in close. And he's in for the Miami touchdown. The Dolphins keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Well, as they drive forward to win right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins make it a 24-point ball game. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Here's Smith on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
There we go. Finish it forward. Tuesday.
There's plenty to design run. You got him a good handful there as it brings up 2nd down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Here we go.
Smith to the air now. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's set out. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. 1st down from the 42. Pass play now. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down at the 30. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Even more problems now as they don't get the snap off. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. So they should be a little prompter in snapping this, you'd hope, Brock, after that delay of game. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That one intended for Adonai Mitchell. And now they face 2nd and long. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
They'll work against the blitz. Fits it through the middle. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Jets 1st down. It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Jets hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. This one's caught. And this is down all the way to the 3. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
Set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let's go.
To the end zone, but incomplete. He couldn't get it. That's going to set up second and goal. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, Kate. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, and let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
Oh, and he's brought down real close to that goal line at the run. Give him 3 yards, and they're just inches away on third down.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down, but instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy, and their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out. And third and short.
It's Hall again. And he's not going to get in. Another stand defensively, and they've made it fourth and goal. Hurry up offense now as time runs down. He'll go quickly to the right. And that's a New York touchdown. The Jets putting up points in a game decided. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points.
You know, no sense in piling on. Pretty clear for everybody to see. He knows he should have had that one. Just didn't watch it in the whole way, and it leaves 2 points on the table.
Now he's York to kick this one away. Here's Chenault on the return. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
At their own 19-yard line.
All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes first and 10.
Let's go now. Ready.
They'll start the drive with Achan. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. Second and 9 coming up. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. As his target, it's Johnny Wilson. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Gronk, up to the 40-yard line. The outcome's decided here, but we got a timeout with 2 seconds on the clock so they can think it over before their final play.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
All right, 1 more snap to play here.
70 Ranger. Deputy.
They're going to pass it here. He's got a man left. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. So it's Phins up as the Dolphins take the win at home. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happened over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins, your winners, as we say so long from Miami.